pussy. What a way to start, right? And it's Warrior Junior, masturbation and retaliation. This is good. It's another one of this adult themed that this nonsense is. It's part of the problem. Um, okay, so let's jump in. I don't have a prop today. No tea. Um, I just had some juice or something, so I don't like to mix shit sometimes. It doesn't agree with my stomach. Um, but I want to talk a little bit about yesterday, and I want to lead into what happened 4 or 5 hours, a couple hours ago. As you know, I keep weird hours. I go out whenever I want. I don't care, 1, 2, 3 in the morning. But there's not much open here at 3 in the morning in Los Angeles. As I mentioned, I was in Vegas this week. I was very, very disappointed with all these ghetto Schwarzes, women walking the streets, working girls, and then in the casinos, it's very disheartening that I couldn't hook up with this woman, pretty or anything. I Vegas is becoming very LA-esque, Los Angeles-esque, with this close early, midnight. I can't in the Treasure Island. They close at midnight. Close at fucking midnight. They have a good dance floor in there. As much as I don't like Western music, but thought it needed more time, to try to know somebody, meet somebody. I don't know what the fuck. Anyway, I don't want to talk about Vegas because that just agitates me even more. So what happened was tonight. Let's start with in the morning. I went to the gym the first time in like a couple weeks, and like Johnny Burbo, like, and I get it. It's not that you see. I've been applying for a lot of jobs, and I've learned about what tenure is. I call it a junk, because that's really what it is. Temporary. There's not enough jobs and too many. This whole thing about you paying to go to college, out student loans, um, unless you're in a field now. I've been talking to a lot of younger graduates, that just graduated, like UCLA, a lot of them, and it's in good majors, good, electrical engineering, biology. I mean, shit that's not like your basic history, basic shit that you can jack off. High end paper airplane, bingo. How much do I owe for that paper airplane throwing at? Like what, 100,000 in student loan debt, whatever. Now you go to school for the rest of your life and get paid for it, if you want. There's ways to do this, and that's not what this episode is. And my fighting, like my and what it is, it's like a Jeet Kune Do style, which is, you said, it's mixing. You're kicking, you're punching, Tai Bo, like this stupid Billy Blanks thing, which good for him, made a lot of money off of it. But I like to do two different ways. I like to do, I call impact shit. Like it looks like, in combat, because a real fight is not pretty and clean. This is stuff that, because I'm a dancer. So like what I like to do, work on Wing Chun, and then feed, throwing punches, kick, like high kicks, so things that you wouldn't really use in a fight. Um, those aren't really your impact type moves into the heavy bag, which I usually do, and kicking, straight front kick, like really trying to like bag, and then I'll do side kicks to where there's two bags which are like about 8 feet apart. So like I will try to inflict damage with those four ways. I'll also do side strikes where I will fucking really like I make some noise. That's my best impact I would say that I have on my side strikes. Um, I will slap the bag, like so the impact, like trying to inflict pain. Everything else is the choreography kind of stuff. So, again, I'm not trying to become the next Jackie Chan or anything, but this guy that knew Flex, like he's also an incredible dancer, but he's also was a martial artist when he was a kid. So I put two together, and then I started to notice a difference when I started all these martial art moves. It made my dancing better for whatever reasons. I guess you're using, you're not used to, so it helps develop a fluidity, like Elvis. Like he was able, he did like practice karate, helped him with his dancing. When you think about it. When he got older, though, the fat Elvis, you know, I saw that guy. There was one guy in Vegas, as Fat Elvis. I don't think Elvis was that fat again before he died. It looked like he was gaining kind of weight, but not like some of these guys that are ridiculous. The real fat Elvis. Um. So anyway, that's that. So I want to talk about. I want to talk about. Oh, so at the gym. She was my type, and I went in there and I said, God, I'm going to start talking to women. I'm going to do, and I did. I asked her to move over, but before she left, I made sure and said I thought she was pretty. So like, even though with my fighting, I kind of look dangerous, but the women like I'm a nice guy. There was another chick that was dressed in all blue. She was doing these stupid hip thrusts, that dumb bar. These morons do this kind of exercise. I don't care. I told her, oh wow, blue, you all match. So again, I'm talking to women so they can kind of see that I'm not psycho doing my exercises. Again, the choreography. So maybe they can ask, wow, this guy's not a lunatic like that. Kind of educated, that I'm not a psycho. They got it. You got to understand. They just see you do one thing. They don't know who you are. They see me dance, like wow, because a good deal I'm dancing. More often than not, but again, that's still mistakes. And everything I've done in my life, I was never really able to thing in. Um, so anyway, there were, I think, two. Did I get three? Did I talk to three women or just two? I think two. There was one other one that looked kind of okay, but again, oh, and then yeah, I went in. So I did after I did the fighting practice. I went into the aerobics room. Oh no, I don't think so. It doesn't start till 9. So I went and practiced a little dancing, and there were I think I didn't say anything. She looked kind of okay. Again, like, but I'm saying like it was good amount in my gym. This month I don't know, it was stupid balloons, retarded things. None of that affects me. I don't care. It actually I think helps me because I'm a lot of straight dudes are insecure being around the gays. I'm not care. They're irrelevant to me, and they're just people, so they don't even come up to me and bother me, except when I try to talk to women outside of Rocco's last night. But, or 2 nights ago. 2 nights ago. So that's what happened in the morning in the gym. I slept all day. I was tired, and then at night, of course, I feel like let me stop with that piggy. What's going on? It's already like 1:30. I don't know. I gotta walk around. To me, it's better to look at something than to see nothing. So I go up there. I'm walking down Sunset. I'm like, past the saddle ranch. And I'm looking and I'm like, wow, there's three fucking women with him. I mean, and I like the scales are not balanced. Like three women and one guy. Like I'm sitting there going, what the fuck is wrong with this society? What the hell? And in my mind, I'm getting just agitated because, it's like, I feel like what? I feel like God's punishing me for something. Like, assures me that long linear robotic way of thinking, and living in life. I mean, just well, what do you expect? Are not ducks. They don't follow. Like they're supposed to be independent thinkers. Like and they're not. They're all out conditioning their friends to control their actions. Stranger danger or whatever. Like matter. I told you what happened in Fullerton. The cousin pulled it away from me. Like why? Why? Why are you ruining it? Like why? It's anger, frustration for me. Like, well, what is this? Like, well, that's the thing. I don't care people. I care about me. I want to get my needs met. Why is it so hard? What the hell did I do wrong? So anyway, so I go in front of Piggy and I'm ready to close. So my legs are kind of sore, my hamstrings from the man, because when I'm in the gym, I really go all well. Now I'm starting to realize it's more about stamina, less about winded. I was. So I'm stretching. They have like their tops. I could stretch my legs on it. I could stay back. So I was doing stretching. Like I could tell. I did that one time. People walking by, I laugh, whatever. I don't give a fuck. Like what the hell? I'm just doing my stretching thing. I'm not blocking anybody's way or anything. That guy with the three chicks, he goes in. They go into the piggy. Now I could hear out of my thing. I was stretching my right leg at the time, and I know the girls were kind of. I mean, he with a smile on his face. He goes, "You stretching your hamstrings? Your hamstrings sore? Your hamstring?" And so, like, I stopped. I mean, I kept my leg up there, and she heard what I exactly how I responded to this guy. And I said, I didn't yell at him. I said, before your ass. And then now this guy was probably a little bit shorter than me, small, like he just, I don't know if he's gay or whatever, I don't care. But we have a nice night every time. So basically, what the guy didn't realize is he was antagonizing me. He didn't realize it though. Like he didn't know are walking with three women. So up to me, kind of Wonka like, and he's stretching your hamstrings, like you would. I guarantee you, I guarantee you that if I would approach those women, that guy would have gotten in my face. So you see, it's retaliation. It's like it's the same thing. It's the same. It makes it look like I'm a dick, right? Because the guy he didn't he's just coming up to you. Yeah, hey, you don't understand what I've been through, man. You don't understand how I've done trying to meet women and I get nothing, zero. So you don't understand. The streets have hardened me. Okay, life has hardened me. I remember this in Star Trek Generations when Dr. Tolian Orange, he said this, he said the Borg came, but that's the point. I forget what it goes on. I couldn't hurt a fly. And then the Borg came. And that's exactly the way that I feel. That's 100% the way that I feel because what happened, there was a time, like when I was young, I was the sweetest guy in the world, nicest guy in the world. I wouldn't hurt a fly. But then the technology came and the young generation, basically, okay? And it did. It's not just my delusional thing here. They came, they became very overprotective. Every time I try to talk to women, if they're friends or whatever, for me, they all make it very difficult for me. Okay. So what do you think that does to so in there? The one girl came out, she saw the woman because a woman knows a guy alone, not all the time, but seeing a guy like me, like she going your hamstrings, and a girl saw this, like one of them, the other two were already in there, and he has no understanding. Like you don't fuck with people that are not getting like what you get in on me, even though he didn't realize it. He did no retaliation. you know, and I would, how would you like if I, do you mind if I just go talk to, like, you just tell me which of those, or what are you with? And if you're not with those women, I want to talk to them. I'm trying to get my need. Would you help me? Would you help me? And I guarantee if I girl who you're dealing with here, you're dealing with a guy that doesn't get his needs met. You're dealing with a guy that my parents met at a bar. Do you understand that? That's the way that I am. You can't change that. You can't.